Yes, so we are so excited to have you.
I'm so excited to be here.
Give us a quick welcome of who you are and what you do.
Well, thank you guys. I am Nikki. I am the owner of Ohana Air LLC, and it is a certified air purifier device. It's actually my family's business for 25 years. And I actually did not want to do my family's business growing up. I was like, I don't want to sell air purifiers. I got my degree in kinesiology, sports medicine. So I was working to become a doctor in sports medicine, and I played basketball in college, and my very first job was at the Mamba Sports Academy. So I coached with Kobe Bryant, his last clinic before he passed away. And then it was an amazing experience. And then after that, I was like, hey, you know what? Let me try my family's business. And so I did. I was making $5,000, $10,000 at the age of 23. I was working really hard, and I made $40,000 doing my business in a month. And I was like, hey, I can do this. And I just kept working at it, got closer to God. And I just found out, man, this is a gift, this is a talent. So now I coach ladies in sales, not only on my team, but all over the world.
Yeah, I like that. Let's talk it up. So I want to ask you a question here because we are talking about building authority. So we hear the word authority often, but what does being an authority in your industry actually mean to you?
So, amazing question. I wrote down, having authority is being a trusted expert whose knowledge, experience, and results, because you can't have the knowledge and experience without the results, because those results are going to make people trust you, right? For my business, I have the result that we have sold 4-point-something million last year. I have the result, all right? I brought my sister here, Emily. Her and her husband, they run a basketball program, and it's called G1, and God First. Don't you guys love that?
Yes.
So if you guys have any kids, I'm doing like they have a program out here, and they have the authority and the results because her spouse, her husband, played professionally.
Wow.
So wouldn't their kids want to join that program? They have the results, the knowledge, the expertise in order for them to have the authority.
All right, let's go. Clap it up for that. I love that so much. You know, it's so important, and even with this conversation of us building out, and it's really, authority really in this lane and what we're talking about is about confidence, right? And just building out and becoming confident in what God has called you to do and in your goals and your dreams, and most importantly, in who you are, right? You can't do these great and mighty things and be so, excellent and all of this without first developing confidence in yourself. So how did you develop your confidence?
Well, that's an amazing question. It all honestly started with my walk with the Lord, and I love how I can talk about that here in this setting. I used to think, I've had all these accolades, sis, like I was #1 in the world selling, I have all of this, but I started to realize I can't bring that to the kingdom. Right? So once I started to realize that I am the daughter of the Most High, I'm not just like a sales trainer, I'm not just like a young millionaire. Like, you have to understand that God literally placed you in this world for a gift, to have a purpose, right? And I think one of the questions was like, how do you build confidence? You have to know that you're not just the best in your industry. You have to know that you are a woman of value, right? Because, you can be like the top salesperson and you have the worst attitude. Because the Lord tells us to what? To humble ourselves, right? But also be proud that He's given us that gift and that purpose. So know that you are one of one, that you are a queen, that you are of value, instead of, all these monetary and all these accolades, because that's all just so temporary.
I love that. So your confidence does not come from your situations, the things that you have, don't have, whatever it is that is around you, right? Your accolades, but your confidence comes from God.
Yes.
Your identity is rooted in Christ,
Yes.
right? And I know and I understand that I can do all things through Christ. I can stand in front of audiences or stages or run the business or work with the clients because God is in me to do that, right? And that's all same with you, right? You are that light if you are capable of that, okay? So when introducing yourself at networking events or on social media, what should people remember after meeting you, Miss Nikki?
Yes. Well, most importantly, your energy, your aura, right? You gotta know when you step into the room, people gotta feel that. And obviously, I'm like tiny. I'm like 4'11" and 3/4, you guys. So I can be hiding under a table. But y'all feel my energy, right? That's how you sell yourself, ladies. That is literally, so I do in-home direct sales. So I have no choice but to walk into a house and be that light.
Yeah.
You know, even though you guys, I'm having a bad day, even though like I'm going through stuff like at home, my personal life, guys, business is business still. And you have to be able to flip the switch and be like, hey, I am the light because, you know, with God, through all, what is that Bible verse? Help me out. I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. There you go. See?
Yes, I love that. I love that. This is great. Okay, so I'll ask you this as well. In your experience, what do you think causes women to shrink back from positioning themselves as the expert? Why do you think it is something that women are shrinking back? Why do you think that is?
You know what it is? I think it's number one, your belief in yourself, but also your surroundings too. You are the sum of the people who you hang around with. So it's really important that if you want to be a confident woman, pick and choose, be selective with your circle, even if it's family members, because, you know, I don't gotta go there, but y'all know what I'm talking about. You know, your partner, right, your spouse, really important, so important, very important, because that's how I really do think for us as women, we need that tribe. We need a shout out to you, sis, for making this. Can we give a round of applause for her, please? I've been to so many of these events, and she's just been leading with so much light and love, and I'm just so proud of you because this is helping build other women's confidence, right? And so that's that, to answer your question.
I love that. I love it. So building her is building her. All right. I love that. I love that. All right. So the last thing I'll ask you, okay, I'll ask you this. So you touched on it just a little bit, but I think it's important just for that confidence building. But today's event is about helping women find their voice and developing authority and confidence and speaking boldly. So how can women confidently talk about what they do without feeling like they're bragging?
To go back to what I said about knowing your value, right? For me, I know that I'm confident because the Lord gave me the gift. You know, we all have these gifts already. Love, joy, you know, the fruits of the Spirit, we all know that. It's already in us. So it's your choice to be up here and just know that, hey, I accomplished this, and that because God gave me the strength. Right? And you don't really have to verbalize it, but people can feel that through your energy, right? People can feel that through your voice, your presence, right? And so it's one thing to be very humble, but it's also one thing to be proud of what the Lord has given you. You know, how you speak is how you sell. And I don't know, I think that's jumping to another question, but but it's just so important to know your, like I said, know your value. It's and one thing, every time I speak, here's a quick tip, okay? I've been coached by many people on speaking. When you are speaking about your business, number one, you have to know your audience. It's not about you, right? You have to know who you're talking to, know your points, know what they need from you, right? Because once you know what your customer needs, then it's not even about bragging. It's about helping the customers out. It's not even about you anymore. Because once you tell your customers your value, your authority, your results, then you build that credibility, right? It's one thing if you're bragging and it has nothing to do with the customer. I've made X amount of money. Okay, what if the customer doesn't even care about that? You know what I mean? So it's all about your customer, all about your audience. How can you connect with the audience, right?
So good. So good. I love that. Okay, I know we can keep going, but it's like the time. But so I just want you to just leave something with the women today, you know, from your experience in sales and coaching and leading your team to over 6 figures and doing all these amazing things, but still maintaining your humility and your kindness and, you know, your love towards God, right? So just give us something, whatever the Lord leads on your heart as we wrap up this segment.
Absolutely. Well, and just know you ladies are a light, okay? And I'm going to always say this. You are a light, and to always, before you make a decision in your business, talk to the Lord about it. This is something that I've been working on so much, and to be transparent, I was talking to my sister Emily about this earlier. I used to be so money hungry. Like, I used to be so like, I want to make so much money. I want to make $1 million before this. You know, I would get so disappointed, you guys, when I would only make $30,000 in a month. Like, how disrespectful is that to the Lord? You know? And so when you are running the business, stop thinking about your profit and think about how you think about your purpose in this world, right? Because this is a God-centered community. You know, we're all here to be aligned with the Lord. And if you keep thinking about money, that is all temporary. You will never have enough. And so if there's one thing that I want to leave you ladies out here is to think about your purpose. Think about your purpose here in this world. Take it one day at a time, you know, because if you're thinking about next week, next year, no, it's going to rob you of your joy, right? And so the money will come. God will bless you with the money. But when you do have that money, what are you guys going to do with that?
Come on.
Right? So, that's all I got.
I love that. Thank you so much, Nikki. Thank you. So we're going to start our segment now where we hear from each and every one of our executives in the building, okay? But I want you to start. So just give us 30 seconds of who you are, what you do, and a fun fact to the group. And what I want all of us to do when we get up here is tell about your business, right? Tell about what you do, but also provide some type of value to the community here, okay? So whatever it is that maybe God is dealing with you in this season about, or something that he's laid on your heart from the conversations that was had today, share that to be an encouragement and an uplifting to the group. Or, you know, if you don't have that, you're like, look, I just received today, then that's good too, okay? So whatever that looks like for you. So I'll have you start off, and then we'll just kind of go around the room and work our way back, all right?
Awesome.
All right.
All right, hello everyone. I am Coach Nikki, and I'm the owner of Ohana Air LLC, where we service and provide medical grade air purifiers. They're all water-based, and they're great for people who have asthma, allergies, kids, pets. But at the same time, I offer part-time and full-time positions for sales reps looking to make an extra $400 to $1,000 a week part-time. And at the same time, you get coached by me. I have a lot of experience in sales with over 8 years and also a 25-year plus family experience in the business. So we're here to help service you guys, to help your asthma allergy needs, and also make extra money.
Great.